Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. Yes, that's a tree growing out of my head. I just saw Top Gun Maverick. It's the big hit, it's the big summer spectacular. Getting started Memorial Day weekend, a couple of days ahead of Memorial Day, which kind of since the 90s with movies like Independence Day and a couple of other films, a lot that had Will Smith in them. Uh, Memorial Day, Independence Day weekend has become a big movie destination weekend. So, first off, for those of you that are wondering, I mean, I think most people will probably, if they want to see this movie, they're going to see it regardless of what I say or what anyone else says. But yes, it's a big thumbs up for me. Definitely, if you haven't seen the first one, I think it's a good idea to go ahead and see the first one. It's probably available on numerous ways, streaming and so forth. So see the first movie if you haven't, if you're a younger individual or if it's somehow slipped through the crannies of your film studies. Go get Top Gun the original just so you know the backstory because some of that stuff is important in this one. And I don't think this is a real weakness, but this movie doesn't really explain some of the events that happened in the first movie. It does, but I just think it would be better for you to enjoy the second one. You should really see the first one, or even if it's been a while, brush up on it by watching the first one. And this one is a worthy successor. You know, these sequels that are like 20 or 30 years. Hey, my buddy Jeff from the acting class is here. I missed the acting class tonight, Jeff. I'm here at Disney Springs. My buddy Jeff here is an actor. I think, or what are you in Chicago, Jeff? I think you're in Chicago. I could be wrong. Jeff's another actor who's doing well. We're taking this acting class with Anastasia Edwards. Really nice lady, very smart actress in acting, business of acting coach. Of course, everyone knows that I'm a core acting coach. Um, so I guess Jeff is in Chicagoland area. My buddy Shane McKenna of Pro Wrestling Fans. Sometimes he watches these movie reviews. So going back to the movie, I liked it. Uh, it's odd because I was also catching up. I'm staying at this place that has Netflix. I normally don't have access to Netflix, but I was catching up on Cobra Kai season 4, and they mentioned, Johnny in episode 7, I think, is making references to Maverick and Top Gun and talking about Goose and Iceman, and so it's kind of nice that these things from the 80s, and Jeff might relate to this. I'm not sure of Jeff's age, but things from the 80s, the Reagan era, the Reagan era optimism and braggadocio of people, especially men, I think, in the American men in the 1980s, could just not be stopped. I mean, we did not need Viagra to have hard-ons for ourselves at that time because we just were Americans, God damn it, and we had our Ronald Reagan and our Sylvester Stallone and all our good things. And now, we have been tamed and emasculated and castrated to the point that something like this comes along once in a while, Top Gun, and it makes you feel good once again. And it's a feel good movie. It's a fist pounder. Good. Yeah, I'm just waiting for a friend of mine. There's a big show. Thanks. So it's one of those deals where we uh, have to reclaim ourselves, and this type of movie is good for that because it gives you the fist pump, the high five. I mean, I don't even know if people high five anymore. You don't have to wear a medical mask to enjoy this movie. It kind of gives you a nostalgia trip while at the same time it is modern. I mean, there's definitely more representation in this movie as far as there's women Top Gun pilots, there are people of color in the movie. It's a lot more representative. Is that a word? Representative? I think I just made that up. But basically, it gives you a bit broader spectrum. There's some old familiar faces in this movie. Now, I did see Savannah Guthrie. What's her name? Savannah, the chick on the Today Show, Savannah, who I have this odd kind of infatuation with. I think she's attractive. But Savannah was saying that she was wearing a jacket in honor of Kelly McGillis. Well, Kelly McGillis is nowhere to be seen in this film. Did they bring back the theme song Highway to the Danger Zone? Yeah, by Kenny Loggins. It's actually the first song in the movie, Jeff. It starts you off strong with Highway to the Danger Zone, Kenny Loggins. I think it's just called Danger Zone. I don't know if maybe it's Highway to the Danger Zone. But yeah, it's in there. It's in there, like the soup. What else? Miles Teller. I think this really might be an interesting case. You know, I've actually, in a sense, worked with Miles Teller. I just played like a press reporter for the Vinny Paz movie, Bleed for This, which Miles Teller played Vinny in Bleed for This. And my real connection to that movie is I was a personal friend, and I guess I still am, of Vinny Pazienza, the boxer. We hung out. We went to coffee shops together. He came out to my mother's birthday one year. So the actual Vinny Paz, who I've always had a good relationship with, Miles played him in the movie Bleed for This. Hey, it's my good friend Lou. What would Lou Thez do? I like the movie, Lou. I'm giving it a big thumbs up. I mean, I think it's definitely something to see on a big screen. I was checking this theater. I could actually have seen this thing as early as Tuesday because of the AMC app. But, you know, I planned my schedule around Thursday at 10. There was many screenings of this here at AMC Disney Springs that were filled up. I was pretty smart because I timed myself to see the movie at 10 p.m. on Thursday, knowing that Magic Kingdom closes at 10. So a lot of families were staying there to the end because there was actually a 10:30 edition of this movie tonight. So in that regard, you know, I played the game well. I would give myself credit that I went to see the movie at 10 and I just caught like the least populated screening. It was a luxury cinema. The seats reclined. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, I actually looked healthier about 2 weeks ago. Today, man, guess what? It was so fucking hot here today. It was 94 degrees. And I think I caught some sun, like ultraviolet rays the last couple of days here because it's been in the 90s. Today, I skipped on Disney World. I did not go to the Magic Kingdom as planned. It's too bad because I want to go to the Haunted Mansion one last time. I'm not going to be renewing my subscription to Disney next year. It's not because of politics. It's simply because the crowds are back and it's driving me nuts. Yeah, man, definitely. Big single screen theater, old school. Yeah, I went to, interesting. If you mean like an actual movie theater that only has one screen, that's interesting, one auditorium, because this one I think has 24. I was in number 23. I might have to do some walking. If you saw earlier, that security officer kind of gave me the one eye, and he said, "Are you waiting for somebody?" I said, "Yes," and you know, blah blah blah. So now I might just start walking and talking. But the movie's really good. So here's the deal: Miles Teller. I think this is Miles. It could be, you know, Miles is an interesting case because it seems like the filmmakers like him more than the film audience does. You know, there's a thing with Miles Teller that for whatever reason, he's always cast in these big time roles. Fantastic Four, Bleed for This, this one, a lot of stuff. Miles Teller's a great actor. He plays Goose's son in this. Good casting. He kind of looks like Anthony Edwards. Val Kilmer's in this as well. I won't give that stuff away as Iceman, but you know, this might make Miles Teller a babyface in the world of cinema for the audience because he does have a nice role in this. And I mean, there's a moment when him and Maverick, Tom Cruise's character, you know, kind of have a good emotional moment, and the audience that I was with, the small audience, was into it. So this is a big role for Miles. Jennifer Connelly. Okay, the thing with Savannah, she was wearing her little jacket in honor of Kelly McGillis. Kelly McGillis is nowhere to be seen. I read an article about her. She hasn't been acting for years, not on a big time level. No offense, but she has put on some pounds. So I just don't think that she would have looked right in this film. No offense, it's a cosmetic industry. That's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. I just report on them. So Kelly McGillis she was not invited, as far as I know, to be in this film, and her character, the love interest, more or less, has been replaced by Penny, played by Jennifer Connelly, and she fits into this thing like a foot in a sock. Okay, so yeah, I'm wondering what theater you're in, buddy. If it's in the St. Louis area, I wonder what theater you have that's just a single theater experience. That's awesome, but here, man, it's just multiplex. I'm in the state of Florida, man, so everything is very modern and shiny. You can see this Bob's Burgers. That's like the other movie that's playing. You can see some of this stuff, the Planet Hollywood. I am going to leave the park now because the security guy was nice enough to not bust my balls, but I don't want to put him in a bad spot. I can see him walking over now. So YouTube, the And Action podcast, we had a discussion on Eric Roberts that Tommy's worked with, I worked with, in Mr. Birthday. So if you're bored, look for Tom DeNucci, DENUCCI, Tom DeNucci YouTube channel. You can find the And Access podcast. Episode 7 was today. Actually, episode 6. Next week is 7. Now I'm in this elevator. Let's see. What an exciting place. I feel so much better now because the sun was beating really hard today. I did buy this umbrella thing in my car. Like, I mean, I did one of those things that people do, I guess. I bought one of those windshield protectors. I never had one before. There's a theater we were just at. Disney Springs is actually probably my favorite part of Disney, to be honest with you. A lot of times when I've been at the parks, I'm just kind of looking forward to getting out of there and going to see a movie, mostly because of the heat and the crowds. The crowds are back at Disney. There's too many people for my taste. Good for Disney. They've got to make their money. It'll be interesting. The governor of Florida, DeSantis, has kind of had this political war with the Disney Corporation and taken away Disney's kind of like their government, special government regulations for Disney is going out the window. We'll see how that all turns out. And like I said, my decision to not go to Disney after that is not based on that. It's based strictly on the crowds. You know what I mean? I might go to SeaWorld or something else. Yeah, but today was a tough day for me. I just didn't really get locked in, but I was watching Cobra Kai. I guess I'll finish that. I've only got 3 episodes left of season 4. Then I'll do a review on that. I did miss the acting class. I'll watch the tape. Wonder how it went, Jeff. Imo's Pizza, that sounds good. Check this out, gentlemen. Oh, I forgot to put it in the car. Well, I guess I'm in an indoor garage. Why would I need to put my umbrella in the car when there's no sun above me? So I guess I didn't screw up that bad. Holy God. Oh, gee whiz. In the vehicle. Okay. All right, gentlemen. Glad it went great, buddy. So I'm going to watch that video tonight or tomorrow. So check this out, guys. Invention. I never thought I'd be one of these guys that has a fucking that has like a windshield thing, but it's kind of cool if you want to watch. To me, it's kind of exciting. I mean, this is kind of like when you start becoming your father or even your grandfather, you get excited about shit like this. But if you see it, it's a fucking umbrella that goes in the car windshield. Now, I guess there's no reason for me to put it in now. I'm about to drive. But you basically underhook it with your fucking visor things. And it's actually works. I mean, because the fucking oppressive heat here, you get that windshield. And I don't have tinted windows like a lot of people do. But this for $27 on Amazon, it's like an umbrella. See, it's like an umbrella for your fucking car windshield, and it folds up rather nicely, although I'm not the best folder-upper guy. Well, gentlemen, I'm going to start the ignition, and when I do, this thing is going to tap out, and I see some of these people are leaving now, so I better get going. Thanks for tuning in, Jeff, Lou. Like I said, what else is going on the channel these days? Just more shit. Actually, if you go to MikeMessier.com, guys, you can check out that I did a lot of streamlining of the website. I'm pretty proud of it because I had so much superfluous shit on my website. I really streamlined it. In my opinion, himself made the first pizza I ever ate. Oh, shit. Oh, you guys are having a nice little chat here, man. I got to check out this Emo's Pizza thing. Good night, Lou. Good night, Jeff. Okay, guys. Emo's Pizza. We're coming for you, buddy. Top Gun, Maverick. It's a thumbs up. An A.